そんなんで私に勝てると思ったわけ？笑っちゃうわ。
Hey, how's it going, you guys? It's your guy Jay Lucas here, and today I will be bringing you a character breakdown on my favorite character, Yamanaka. So, let's get started with the basics here. So, as we're talking right now, her combos, I started trying out her combos. They're pretty decent, I must say at the least. Um, pretty good as a character. The main thing I would like to talk about is her jutsus. So, mind transfer jutsu is actually pretty useful, I must say, at the least. But the thing is, it has its pros and cons, like pretty much like every jutsu in this game. So, how I would describe this character, overall, I would say she's mostly mid-tier, if I must say at the least. For healers, she has very decent jutsus. Mind transfer jutsu does go a long way. It's like a very good thing. So let's talk about my transfer jutsu first. So pretty much, it's you have to activate it on the ground. So this could be useful in certain situations, but it's mostly a downfall on side, because most jutsus can be done in the air. So with that in mind, it's always like not as good. Using that like in a 1v1 situation is just not gonna work unless if you just have like a separate build. So when I did, you can activate another jutsu which will cause them to blow up. So with this in mind, if you're close enough to them, let's just say if you do it at range 0, you actually you can follow up with another combo, and I'm pretty sure I'll probably make a video tomorrow about it on certain jutsus that will go in tandem with this jutsu. It's pretty useful, I must say, at the least. But yeah, the only downside about this jutsu is that you can only activate it in the ground. Its range is pretty average, like really good. Very useful. You could play sneaky with it. Like pretty much how works is that you have to play pretty sneaky with it. So basically with that jutsu, that's gonna be your most used jutsu. Okay, so let's actually talk about your healing techniques. So I would say her jutsu is actually surprisingly pretty good, I must say at the least. Another downside about this jutsu, it's you can also activate it on the ground. Pretty much both her jutsus, if not all of her jutsus, can only be activated on the ground. So it's going to be a downfall on her side as far as like let's say like 1v1 situations where you might have to just sit on the ground, kind of like shadow stitching jutsu. Like it will work on some people if they would just like sit still or not, but yeah, I would say that's pretty useful. So how I describe this jutsu is that it's like slug long distance healing. It said that it removes status ailments. Surprisingly enough, it does remove the debuff from Anaki, the rock jutsu, whatever it's called. And yeah, I would say it is. She's mostly a pretty decent character, I must say at the least. Pretty useful as a support type. Okay, so the final thing I would like to talk about is that her ultimate. I believe this mind transfer jutsu. I haven't really read the jutsus at all. I don't really pay attention to them as much. But this jutsu, oh man, what do I say? It's I really think it's really the best jutsu for support types. I would say it's mostly used for you know, just finishing off the target, but what it's mainly used for is that it's pretty much a one shot. Like, it's that good. As you see right here, like, it will freeze them for a second. Now this can pretty much put them at any state right now. So if you're playing with a team or something, it will most likely just not somebody can use the military devastation. It's really good as far as its support type jutsu. And I would say it's pretty top tier, if I'm gonna say at the least. I would say, is it better than Feather Illusion, or pretty much have the jutsus that like heal and support? Not really. But if you're actually just playing as a support type, not like as a healer, then that would be most likely your best bet as far as you just want to do damage and not really go as far as healing. But yeah. Okay, so given the final rundown, this character is B+. I would say mostly B+. Character is really good. Mind Transmission Jutsu, it has very good range. Mind Transmission Palm Sage also does have good range. I would say it does have like, very good range. Just a long cooldown time. Pretty much, it's just as Tsunade's ultimate. Slug Lumbus is healing, except that it doesn't really, like I said earlier, it doesn't remove damage. I mean, not damage, but status elements. So, which is really good on as a support type, because in the actual situation, I would say you could pretty much hide it in like the most deepest corner, and you can heal them from far away, and it's really good. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Hopefully you guys try out this character. Most definitely will be picking up this character sometime tomorrow. Probably learn more about the character. Most definitely will have her move list on pretty much all of my builds, because Mind Transmission Palm Sage Jutsu is going to be it's going to be too good. If you run Cellular Extraction and Mind Transfer Palm Sage, yeah, you're going to not even have to do anything. You're going to rack up points and get like better scrolls just for your cooperating. So yeah, thank you guys. Hope you have a nice one. Peace out.
そんなんで私に勝てると思ったわけ？笑っちゃうわ。